Domestic violence, that's what we're talking about. On average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. During 1 year, this equates to more than 10 million women and men. 1 in 4 women and 1 in 9 men experience severe intimate partner physical violence or intimate partner contact sexual violence and or intimate partner stalking with impacts such as injury, fearfulness, post-traumatic stress disorder, use of victim services, contraction of sexually transmitted diseases. 1 in 3 female murder victims and 1 in 20 male murder victims are killed by an intimate partner. Victims of intimate partner violence lose a total of 8 million days of paid work each year, the equivalent of 32,000 full-time jobs. Intimate partner violence is estimated to cost the United States economy between $5.8 billion and $12.6 billion. So let's talk a little bit more about domestic violence. First, what is it? Domestic violence can be physical or psychological, and it can affect anyone of any age, gender, race, or sexual orientation. It may include behaviors meant to scare, physically harm, or control a partner. And while every relationship is different, domestic violence typically involves an unequal power dynamic in which one partner tries to assert control over the other in a variety of ways. Insults, threats, emotional abuse, and sexual coercion all constitute domestic violence. Some perpetrators may even use children, pets, or other family members as emotional leverage to get their victims to do what they want. Victims of domestic violence experience diminished self-worth, anxiety, depression, and a general sense of helplessness that can take a time and often professional help to overcome. A clinician who works with victims of domestic violence may be able to help an individual extract her or himself from the situation, as well as offer psychological support. How abuse impacts victims. Let's talk a little bit about that. It can take time before victims of domestic violence recognize their situation for what it is. Abuse often leaves physical marks, from bruises and broken bones to shortness of breath and involuntary shaking. Seeming more prone to accidents than the average person can be a warning sign that someone is being abused. Abuse victims can also suffer both short and long-term emotional and psychological effects, including feelings of confusion or hopelessness, depression, anxiety, panic attacks, and post-traumatic stress disorder, which we call PTSD. Abusers aren't easy to spot. They hide in plain sight and often exhibit Jekyll and Hyde behaviors. In public, they seem smart, trustworthy, and charming with a personality that draws people in. But in private, they are a waking nightmare. Many abusers learn violence from their family of origin and repeat the toxic patterns with their own partner and or children. They are also more likely to have trouble with the law as well as substance abuse. Abusers often isolate their victim from family, friends, work, and any other outside source of support. They may have explosive tempers and may become violent during an abusive episode. Afterwards, they become remorseful and try to woo their partner back with charm and affection and promises to change. But the abusive behavior rarely stops. Heterosexual male abusers often believe in traditional gender roles, particularly that women's main priority should be care for their partner and children. They have to be in control and are especially prone to jealousy, accusing their partner of cheating without any reason, and needing to know where their partner is at all times. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if your response is yes, you may be a victim of domestic violence. Do you feel afraid of your partner most of the time? Do you feel that you can't do anything right for your partner? Do you believe that you deserve to be hurt or mistreated? Do you wonder if you're the one going crazy? Do you feel emotionally numb or helpless? You could be a victim of domestic violence. Let's talk a little bit more about your partner. Does he or she act excessively jealous and possessive, control where you go or what you do, keep you from seeing your friends or your family, limit your access to money, the phone, or the car, constantly check up on you? If that's your partner, you might be a victim of domestic violence. Speak up if you suspect domestic violence or abuse. If you suspect that someone you know is being abused, speak up. If you're hesitating, telling yourself that it's none of your business, you might be wrong, or that the person might not want to talk about it. Keep in mind that expressing your concern will let the person know that you care and may even save their life. Talk to the person in private and let them know that you're concerned. Point out the signs you've noticed that worry you. Tell the person that you're there for them whenever they feel ready to talk. Reassure them that you'll keep whatever is said between the two of you, and let them know that you'll help in any way you can. Remember, abusers are very good at controlling and manipulating their victims. People who have been emotionally or physically abused are often depressed, drained, scared, ashamed, and confused. They need help getting out of the situation. Yet their partner has often isolated them from their family and friends. By picking up on the warning signs and offering support, you can help them escape an abusive situation and begin healing. If you're a victim of domestic violence, here at Your Life Change, we have the necessary tools to help you and resolve it. Just call us. We're here for